Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a really cool release coming from Wallhack. This is just going over their new announcement that they just announced for their two new mouse pads, the VA005 and the CR005. So if you just wanted the basic footnotes here, I'm gonna put them right here in bullet points, but we're gonna go in depth on my opinions on these mouse pads, the community feedback from these mouse pads, and what they actually are. I don't actually have the mouse pads in hand. I just wanted to cover them because I'm really excited to see new things happening in the scene after 8 months of nothing, pretty much. There's been nothing really in the last few months. So starting with the VA005, this will be their speed mouse pad. This mouse pad is tuned for speed, similar to how the SP04 and their Xraypad 3.0 was. This will be their direct answer to speed pads in competition to what Tekusai has been releasing with his releases like the Entity, the Beast, the Polarity. These are all incredibly fast. Well, the Polarity is not supposed to be fast, mine is fast, but these are supposed to be fast mouse pads. This is Wallhack's reply to the ever-growing demand of faster and faster mouse pads. Then we have their CR03, which is their control surface. This is a mouse pad really designed for someone who just wants the basics of a mouse pad. They want something controlled, they want something nice. Hopefully we are getting speed similar to pads like the Wraith, Cosmic V2, the Flick. It is one of my all-time favorite control pads, and I really don't see why they stopped making it. It actually makes me so mad, really mad, and I want another. I don't even care if there's art on it. Just give me control. Just give me a controlled glass pad. There's actually a good time to bring up my current favorite hard pad. This is the Two Dudes Gaming. I think they call it the Fallen. This is a straight metal mouse pad if you want to listen. This is a slab of metal. It's like 15 pounds, but this is one of my favorite control hard pads at the moment. And I want to get something like this, but a little bit lighter. And hopefully the CR05 is actually that for me. Going over to the describe for the specs of the mouse pads, you're getting ultrafine micro pattern for the VA005 and for the CR005. You are getting a slightly textured finish for what they say is a more tactile response, which will help in having it be a controlled mouse pad. These are measured in at 2.5 millimeters, which is not super crazy as Tekusai has been doing it for a while now, but I am glad to see Wallhack actually breaching into those thinner and thinner mouse pads. Just be really careful with thin mouse pads. They also say they're gonna have their standard silicone base, which I'm also glad to see again. I'm glad we're away from the 4 corner dots. I'm so done with 4 corner dots on mouse pads, and I'm glad the entire market's moves to full silicone base. But how has the community reacted towards these new releases? The community has been overall positive towards it. A lot of users are really excited for having the option of speed and controlled, and they're also praising the build quality. Not really too sure how they're doing that yet, but with the previous SP04 mouse pads, they were built relatively well. Some were very curious though, with a couple of questions, as if the mousepad is good on all skates, is it good on all sensors, especially with the 2 different options. Will they perform the same on the same skates and the same sensors in terms of durability, in terms of sensor spin out, which some mousepads do cause sensor spin out and some sensors still aren't good enough for sensor spin out. But if you have a 3395, you're pretty much set. Alongside things like sound and maintenance, some people are also concerned around the maintenance for these mouse pads since they are 2 different surfaces. A basic cloth should be enough to get it clean, but some people aren't too sure if that's going to be enough, especially when it comes to a deeper groove for the speed pad. Others are also worried about the price tag. I'm not too concerned about Wallhack's pricing. They've kept it around that $140 price for a very long time. Hopefully with the way tariffs are going, they're not going to get more expensive than that, but I don't think we're going to see them cheaper than $140. That's just kind of what Wallhack's pricing has been for a very long time, especially for their limited edition releases. I believe the standard SP04 is $120, but I don't think they're going to exceed $139. But that should be all. This is just a really quick video going over the new mouse pads that are going to release. Hopefully I can get my hands on both of these or one of these, and I will make a review on it because I am excited to see more new things coming to the scene. I'm actually genuinely tired of peripherals, as ever since the Crazylight came out, there's just been nothing better. And ever since I got my hands on the Shogun, again, there's just been nothing better. I might be using the RFP ACE mouse pad, which I will have content coming around this soon, but it'll be over on Twitter and TikTok. So if you want to see anything around this mouse pad, go check those out. It's at Stubby FPS on Twitter and at StubbyFPS_ on TikTok. But other than that, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. This is just a little shorter of a news segment. I want to do something called the Right Click SE, which is just shorter, bite-sized news pieces for stuff that I actually care about. And hopefully you guys do enjoy those. Leave a comment what your guys' thoughts on the brand new VA005 and CR005. I'm really excited for the control one, and I know a lot of people are excited for the speed one. I'm just happy to see something being done in our scene. But with all that being said, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.